If you're a professional painter, odds are you've heard this one before. It's the wrong color. Hi, my name is Rémi Boudreau, licensed painter, color consultant, owner of Expressionist Painting, and founder of Expressionist Painting University. When it comes to paint and the color and how we interpret those colors, there's a lot that can happen to create a variety of different color illusions in terms of what we actually see. Now one of those things which I'll address in this video has to do with the viewing angle, and this becomes especially, the illusion becomes especially pronounced when we're talking about light colors. And to illustrate, I have this great example of a job we did. This was probably 17, 18 years ago, really early in my career, and so I didn't have the knowledge that I now have regarding color, but it certainly helped me to get to want to learn more about it, right? But we were hired from this guy who had hired a decorator to redo the colors in their house, and the project consisted of changing the trim colors, which were white, and to bring them kind of like a yellowish off-white. So we were hired where there was baseboards, frames, doors, and crown moldings. Now, when we finished the first day or the second day, I can't remember, but I received a call at the end of the day saying, "Remy, it's the wrong color." He says, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, the crown moldings are much darker than the rest of the trim, so you guys must have put a different color there." And I was thinking, I know we only bought one color, so I mean, I really couldn't see how that could be the case. But regardless, I went there the following morning, and when I was there, I knew immediately what was happening. So to show the client that it was in fact the right color, I took a brush, put it in the paint, I put some on the baseboard, the frame, and the crown moldings. Now, the decorator was actually there as well at the time, and both of them were absolutely blown away that could be the same color to look so different. Now, the reason is because when we're talking about lighter colors, now this color had a visible color of like a yellowish color, right? The hue was in the yellow spectrum. So basically, the problem is that where the viewing angle of a frame and the baseboard and the doors were directly parallel with our eyes, meaning the light comes in, it hits it, and then most of that light bounces back to our eyes. The thing is that it saturates that color, making it look lighter than it really is. Well, lighter than off-white is white, okay? Or it gets pretty darn close to white, meaning that we start losing some of that yellowness or whatever color is in that color. In comparison, the crown molding being in a 45-degree angle, the light coming in there, hitting that, bounces to the floor, or most of it does anyways, which makes that color appear darker. So when you're starting with a color that's not white, but close to it, and then you have an effect where it becomes lighter and then the angle there makes it darker, the difference really becomes dramatic, and our brain looks at that as being white and like a cream color. That's what it happens. In comparison, if we're talking about a color with a lot more substance, like a mid-tone gray or yellow or any color, but even if there's more saturation on one angle versus the other, the brain still interprets that as being the same color because there is color to interpret. Whereas a light color being oversaturated becomes white, no color, right? So I hope this helps you. At least that's one of there's quite a bit to know when it comes to color, but this is one tidbit of information that hopefully can get you started to really think about how important it is to understand the color side of the equation. Because if you're a professional painter, odds are that you're really good at putting the paint and you know your products, but color is often the side that a lot of painters don't put a lot of time in understanding. Now, there's great value, and this would be just one small example. There's so many others where having this kind of knowledge would help you tremendously, not only saving you from potentially having to repaint certain areas where you just can't explain that it is the right color, but it turns out different. But it's just to make the whole thing much more simple and easier for you, because then you're armed with knowledge that you can inform your clients ahead of time, educate them a little bit, pass on some of that knowledge to help them avoid some of those color illusions that come up. So that's why at Expressions Painting University, we have a program called the Consultant Training Program. Now, this is a really big program where we go through all sorts of things, color consultation, product consultation, a whole thing. But this has only been available one time a year in the past, and this is an advanced program with a much bigger investment. But just recently, I've taken the Color 101 aspect of this training program and put it into a standalone product, which you can now enroll in for $155 Canadian. That course, the Color 101, goes deep into the understanding of color, how we interpret it, and all the different facets, like the theoretical side of color. And then we bring that information back into a wide range of color illusions that come up as part of the painting experience. So the intention here is for you to have the knowledge to be able to solve, or even better, avoid those color illusions. Did you get value in this video? I'm certainly hoping that you did. If you're a professional painter, I would absolutely encourage you, recommend strongly that you look into enrolling into that course. I think that you will find that it will pay for itself very fast. And if, let's say, you go through it and you're not happy, there's always a 30 days money back guarantee for all of our courses. So I thank you for watching, and be sure to tune again next week for another quick tip and trick.